that in a two-dimensional space, you need two coordinates to show the exact location. Two coordinates. The coordinates were written in the bracket like this. First was the x coordinate. The second one was the y coordinate. Now, before we move on to the coordinates, we'll see how these two coordinates came into existence. So, we had got natural numbers on a number line, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you see the whole numbers, we have got a 0. So, this whole numbers or natural numbers on the number line is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes? Then, if you place a mirror here, you will see the reflection of this line on the opposite side. So, on the opposite side, so the 0 is our origin point, a point of reference, and we call it the origin. So, here we have got -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and so on. Now, what you can observe on this number line? What is -3? How does it come? So, you can see this 3 and this -3. They are at the same distance. So, if you are standing in front of a mirror, if you place a mirror here, there is a mirror here, and you are standing here. When you stand in front of the mirror, you will see your reflection in the mirror exactly at -3. If you stand at 5, if you are standing here in front of your mirror, you will see your image at -5. The distance between the object and the mirror and the distance between the image and the mirror will always remain the same. Now, we get this number line because of something called additive identity. So, what is an additive identity? Think of a number that whenever you add anything to this number, the number remains the same. 5 plus something equal to 5. 3 plus something equal to 3. What is this number? This something that whenever you add any number to it, the number does not change. So, you have already learned this. The additive identity is 0. Anything plus 0 is the same number. So, 5 plus 0 we have 5, 3 plus 0 we have 3. Then 5 plus what will give you 0? 3 plus what will give you 0? So, additive identity is 0. This is called the additive inverse. Additive inverse. So, what does the additive inverse do? It is the inverse of the number that on adding that number to the original number you get the answer 0. So, you find out the additive inverse of 5 is -5. The additive inverse of 3 is -3. I'll give you an example of the negative numbers. So, the negative numbers are also the opposite in direction, you can see. So, what you observe, if you walk 3 steps to the east, 3 steps to the east, and then walk 3 steps to the west. So, -3 means what? In the opposite direction. So, if this is east, then the minus will be west. So, if you walk 3 steps in the east and 3 steps in the west, you come back to 0. If you walk 5 steps in the east and then walk 5 steps to the west, you come back to 0. So, 0 is the additive identity and 4 and -4 is the additive inverse. Because when you add them, you get 0. 5 and -5 is additive inverse. Add them, you get 0. 2 and -2 is an additive inverse. Add them and you get 0. So, these two numbers on the opposite side are additive inverse of each other, which gives us a 0. In another example, suppose you are doing a business. You are doing a business. In the first business, you say earn 50,000 rupees. There is a profit of 50,000 rupees. In the second business, there is a loss of 50,000 rupees. So, if your one profit is 50,000, opposite of profit is loss. So, loss is also 50,000. What is your net income? 0. So, this is what is showing us additive identity. So, again I tell you the origin of the number line. You have got the whole numbers. You have got the additive identity. So, again, what is the additive identity? Any number you add to a number and you get the same number. So, 5 plus 0 is 5, 3 plus 0 is 3. So 0 is the additive identity. Then the additive identity gives rise to an additive inverse. 5 plus minus 5 is a 0. 3 plus minus 3 is a 0. So 3 and minus 3 are additive inverse of each other. 5 and minus 5 are additive inverse of each other. So this is the number line. This positive side, if we say profit, then the negative side will be loss. If this is the east, this will be the west. If this is the north, this will be the south. The negative sign shows opposite direction. I hope this is clear to you. So in simple terms, if you are standing in a line, okay, how do you stand in the line? Whenever people stand in the line, you make them count 1, 2, 3. The first child, second child, third child, fourth child, and all. But if somewhere in the middle you take 0, when there is a line you make, people are standing, the middle somewhere you take 0. Yes, then what happens? On the other side, if you say positive, this side will become the negative. But this is for people standing in the line. Now in a 2-dimensional space, so let us see an example of a 2-dimensional space. Okay? For a little time, we can consider the earth is flat. Yes, actually the earth is not flat. It is the globe round. But if you see a small region, the earth is flat. So you are living somewhere in a society, and there are many societies also. Right. So somebody, a friend, let us say a friend is coming to your place and you want to tell him the location. You want to tell him where your house is. You will say, my house is in the 5th lane. Okay? So when he's coming from somewhere, you have to tell him the origin. He said you will reach a temple. So here, a temple is a reference point. You have reached a temple. From this temple, my house is on the 5th lane to the right. So when he reaches the temple, he sees there are some societies on the left. There are some societies on the right. Yes? He has reached the temple now. He has come to the temple and there you tell him 5th lane to the right. So, society number 1, society number 2, society number 3, society number 4, society number 5. So he has reached the 5th society. Now where is your house? He is reached the 5th society. So you can see just by telling the society, he cannot find your house. So you have to give him a second coordinate. What is the second coordinate you give him? The house number also. Now even in the society, when he enters, there are two places, a right and a left. So when you tell him it is my house is 4 on the right side. So when he enters the society, house number 1, house number 2, house number 3 and house number 4. This is the place he has reached. So you told him your coordinates are now 5, 4. How it is 5, 4? You first told him reach the temple on the circle. When you reach the temple on the circle, go to the 5th society on the right, and when you enter the society, my house is the 4th house on the right. So there are 2 coordinates given here. Now suppose you have told him that my house is the 4th house in the society. Now he could enter the first lane. There is also a 4th house. He will enter the second lane. There is also a 4th house. Yes, 4th house. He will enter the 3rd lane. So if you tell him the house without telling which society, or if you tell him the society without telling which house, he cannot locate your house. So to locate the house on the 2 flat pieces of land, you need 2 coordinates. One coordinate will tell you how much to the right or how much to the left, and another coordinate will tell you how much to the top or how much to the bottom. So this is what you did in the 9th standard. Now for a long time, because of this corona pandemic, the schools have not started. But if you recall last year, when you were sitting in the classroom, yes, when you were sitting in the classroom, there were some children in your classroom. So there were, say, benches. Say 3 rows were there. On each bench, 2 children were sitting. So we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now if I say a particular child, say Bhushan, is sitting in the 4th row. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4th row. But on the 4th row, 6 children are sitting. So I have told the row, but I have not told in which column the child is in. It can be in the first, in the second, in the third, in the fourth, in the fifth, in the sixth. So when I say on the fourth row, the third child. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth row and 1, 2, 3, third column. So 4, comma 3 is where Bhushan is sitting. Yes? So this is the idea of coordinate geometry. In a two-dimensional plane, two-dimension, you always need one thing to tell you whether right or left and from where you start from the origin. So in the classroom example, where was my origin? Say the door was the origin. I enter the door and then I have got columns, row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, row 6, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5, column 6. So 6 by 6 means 36 students in the class. To get the specific position of a child, I need to know both the coordinates. Means how much to the right and how much to the back. That will give me the idea. So this is what we did in the 9th standard. This is a mere basic revision. So we have a horizontal number line with the center point as the origin, numbers to the right, numbers to the left. You can see there is a difference of one step only. One step, one step, one step to the right, to the left. Right? The numbers on the right are bigger than number on the left. Means -2 is bigger than -5. Now this was what we call the x-axis. We call this x and this we call the x prime. X shows right direction positive, x prime shows left direction negative. But again this is only one coordinate. And like I told you, in a space with two coordinates, so I will draw one more line from the origin, which is the vertical. The positive is called y, negative is called minus y. So the positive is 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, -2, -3, -4. So what I have basically done, this whole board I have cut into parts. Yes, into parts. I got 4 parts. 1 part, 2 part, 3 part, 4 part. So in this 4 part, now this is my origin. So if you see this point, it is neither to the right, neither to the left. So it is exactly 0. The first is written on the x-axis. 0 means neither to the right, neither to the left. On the vertical axis, it is neither to the top, neither at the bottom, exactly in the center. So 0, 0 is the origin. So what does the origin tell us? This 0 tells us neither to the right, neither to the left. This 0 tells us neither to the top, neither to the bottom. It is like exactly in the center. So this coordinate 0, 0 is called the origin. Now if you see this, I can say this point. Okay? Where is this point? So first we see to the right. 1, 2, 3. So you can see how I write the coordinates. This is 3 steps to the right. So this is 3 and 2 steps upward. So once you go 3 and 2 steps upward, this point is 3, 2. So I write here 3, 2. But if you write 2, 3, it is not the same point. 2 means 2 steps to the right and 3 steps to the top. So this point is 2, 3. In the same way, if I write the point -4, 3, means 4 steps to the left. -4 means 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left and 3 points to the top. So this point is -4, 3. So what do you observe from here? What can you observe? You can observe that in the first quadrant, we'll call this the first quadrant. In the first quadrant, both the coordinates are positive. Means we go to the right, so the coordinate is positive. We go to the top, so the coordinate is positive. So in the first quadrant, both the coordinates are positive. This is the second quadrant. Remember, first quadrant, why quadrant we call it? The spelling is QUADRANT, quadrant. It is like something in a quarter. When you divide something into 4 parts, each one is called a quarter. So this is a quadrant divided into 4 parts. So we call this the first quadrant. This we call the second quadrant. Now what you can see here, in the second quadrant, something is to the left. So the first coordinate will be negative, but it is to the top. So second one is positive. When you move to the third quadrant, you are to the left, so negative, and you are to the bottom, so here also negative. So for example, this point, first we see right left. So 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step. So minus 4. How much now? 1, 2, 3. So minus 3. So you can say this point is both coordinates are negative. And when you move on to the fourth quadrant, it is to the right but to the bottom. So if I take this point again, then to the right 3 points and down minus 2. So what I have got here? Here I have got positive and negative. So this we did last year. Okay, and I will be revising for you to understand. One last recap of the whole thing. In a two-dimensional space, we need two coordinates to show the exact location. Yes, I told you the example of the society and the house number, or the child sitting in which row, which column. Two numbers are needed to show the exact location on a two-dimensional space. So we have got a horizontal axis called the x-axis and a vertical axis called the y-axis. Then we divide this line divides the whole space into four quadrants. In the first quadrant, both the coordinates are positive, going to the right, going to the top. In the second quadrant, it is negative, positive, going to the left, going to the top. In the third quadrant, it is negative, negative, going to the left, going to the bottom. Its fourth quadrant, it is positive, negative, going to the right, going to the bottom. So you always see in all these four cases, the first number, the first coordinate is called what? The abscissa. The abscissa or the x coordinate. It is the abscissa or the x coordinate. Means the first number is called the abscissa or it is called the x coordinate. It shows you whether to the right or whether to the left. The second coordinate is called the ordinate, or also called the y coordinate. This tells you whether to the top or to the bottom. So always there are two coordinates in a two-dimensional plane. The first number tells you to the right or to the left. It's called the abscissa or the x coordinate, and the second tells you top or the bottom. That is ordinate. That is the y coordinate. Okay. So now I will write down the four coordinates with their names. So now the four coordinates with their names. This coordinate is called x, o, y. Can you see? X, o, y. And here both are positive. This means to the right, this means to the top. This one is called x prime o y. X prime o y. Second coordinate is x prime o y. To the left, to the top. Third one is called x prime o y prime. To the left, to the bottom. Negative, negative. And the fourth one is called x o y prime. Fourth coordinate to the right, to the bottom. So here you can see we always take the x first. X prime, x. Always the x comes first and the y comes second. Means the right and the left is taken as the first coordinate, positive or negative, top and the bottom is the second coordinate. Now, look at this number, this point. 3 steps to the right, so 3 to the right. But up or down, neither up, neither down. So the y coordinate is 0. Y coordinate 0 means what? Neither up, neither down. Take this point. Neither right, neither left. So x coordinate is 0. Neither right, neither left. But top and bottom minus 4. 4 to the bottom. Let us take this point. Left or right? Left. How many steps? 2 steps. Top or bottom? Neither top, neither bottom. Exactly in center. So 0. Yes? Let us take one point here. Right or left? No. Neither right, neither left. So 0. Top or bottom? Top. How many? 4. So what you can see, when the y coordinate is 0, the point is on the x-axis. It means when the x coordinate is not 0, the point is somewhere on the x-axis, but the 0 means neither top, neither bottom. So when the y coordinate is 0, the point is on the x-axis, and when the x coordinate is 0, the point is on the y-axis. This 0 means neither right, neither left, exactly in the center. And this 0 means neither top, neither bottom, exactly in the center. So this point is again the origin called 0, 0. 0, 0 means exact origin. Neither right, neither left, neither top, neither bottom. But 3, 0 means 3 steps to the right, neither top, neither bottom. Minus 2, 0 means 2 steps to the left, neither top, neither bottom. 0, 4 means neither right, neither left, but 4 steps to the top. And 0, minus 4 means neither right, neither left, but 4 steps to the bottom. So this was the things done in the 9th standard, and I have a quick revision for you. Now we start with the 10th standard, and the first formula we do for the day is the distance formula. Okay, before I go to the distance formula, let us see one thing in one dimension. Just now we are not in two dimensions. Let us take to one dimension. I have got 2 points on the x-axis. Can you tell me what is the difference between these two steps? I can count from here also. I can count from here also. If I start from here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a distance of 5 between the two. If I start from here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how I can find this? Distance is always positive. So I will have to subtract them. So I can do minus 2, minus 3. Minus 2, minus 3. Not minus 3, sorry. Minus 2, minus 3 is minus 5. So the distance is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I should separate the bigger number from the smaller. So 3 minus 2. Now 3 minus 2 is 3 plus 2 is 5. So the distance remains 5 units. So when it is on the x-axis, you can just subtract that coordinate. Now let us see the y-coordinate. Same. 4 minus 4 minus 4 equal to 4 plus 4 equal to 8. Or if you want to subtract this from this, then minus 4 because minus 4 and minus 4 equal to minus 8. That also gives me 8. So when it is on the same axis, yes, we can find the distance. Now I will give you one more example. Suppose the point is here, say minus 5, 3 and 4, 3. Now you see these 2 points are on the same line. Same line. So you can use the same technique. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 4 minus 5 gives you 9. These two numbers we don't take because it is a straight line. Similarly, you can take in this manner also. So this is finding distance for one coordinate only. You can see what is happening. Here one coordinate is changing, one coordinate is not changing. Here one coordinate is changing, one coordinate is not changing. So simple can work. Now we'll see what happens when both the coordinates are changing.